Good morning, folks. Welcome back. Here we are at our backyard pool that we need to finish up the building for, sci-fi the whole thing, and make it just a little bit more unique and interesting. It's not looking bad though. We got pretty far yesterday. You can kind of see in the block model, but let's bring some lighting in, take a look. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. All right. I'm not going to start texturing yet, so we'll drop back into gray mode. I think I don't know. I don't feel quite like starting on the building yet, so I'm gonna keep working on other stuff. I want to I want to add at least some hints of sci-fi elements to it. Let's look at this wall. See what we can do. One thing we could do is put some like antennas on these parts here, which always sort of reads as sci-fi. And I don't think we're gonna make our own. I mean, I don't think we're gonna model. We are going to make our own. Yeah, we're not gonna. Um, Kit bash. Face, poke the faces. One, control minus. Got a point in each center of each thing now. Q, circle, 3. And I'll make them an object. Not yet. There we go. E, bring it up. And let's just kind of inset. E. Inset. E. Scale. Individual origins. E. Scale. And give us a tiny, something like that. That's kind of neat looking. Okay. And then inset again. E. It's kind of fun. And then let's just E. Scale it up. E. And scale it down. Or E shift Z 0. There we go, to a point. Cool. Tab A, U, U. By distance, get rid of those couple of vertices that we didn't need. Great. Now let's come back and tab 1, G coplanar, or sorry, I can't do coplanar on this one. Alt Z B. That grab just got the top of all of them. Yes. Control Shift bevel. Let's make it more curved. Did that do something weird at the top? I can't even tell. No, it's all right. That's kind of okay. Nah, no, we're not gonna do that. Just bevel? No. +3 bevel. Just trying a couple different options. Yeah, okay. That we can do. Bring everything back. Now we got just some antennas sticking up out of the side there. Kind of hidden by trees on there, but that's okay. Do not hate that. Come back into just that again. And I think I am going to separate them off into a different object. P selection. Cool. Just don't have to stress about it. I could actually mirror them, I suppose, too, couldn't we? Let's try that. On that side, and no. That's fine. They're mirrored. We could. Let's see. Let's get rid of the mirror. I'm curious. That should object set origin to center of mass volume. Yeah, okay. Now we Alt X mirror this way and mirror that way. Now they're mirrored all off this one. Cool. So now we can just edit this one. And come in and let's see what we can do here. Add a couple edge loops to this. And Shift Q. Turn off dynamic scale. And utility. Plate insets. Plates 25. Just adds a little bit. Margins outer 0.005. 0.005. Just a little bit of a margin. Cool. Yeah. Save. And material. I don't know. Maybe we'll try this sci-fi hull. That kind of seems like it might be neat, in all honesty. Although I think that one may have displacement on it, but AU cube projection. Yeah, that works for me. Just to give it a little something, something. Try another one just to see. Try the Borg one. Don't feel like it's UV'd. U Smart UV project. Unwrap. Now it is. Okay. There we go. I like the lights. They're fun. Okay. So we've added a little bit of that. We got to do some more techie stuff too, but I don't want too much. Like it's meant to look like a place people live, which doesn't necessarily have to look like the inside of the Death Star. But I do like that. I'm not sure if I want jungle on the outside. So right now this wall just sort of cuts off the world pretty significantly. We might want some things on the outside visually, which, yeah, might be a little bit ahead of ourselves, but I don't know. Kind of jumping around. Plane. Scale. Cool. Just to give us something to put things on. And down to there. Maybe not, doesn't need to go quite that far down, but we'll see. And I don't know. Let's use a few of those same objects we were using the other day from Arclight City. Okay, and just so we see a little bit past beyond our space, if we look. That's kind of neat. Put that there, and then I don't know. Let's do this. And We scale it up a bit. We can certainly modify it as we need to, but it's mostly, again, just to like sort of say there's something else past there. That's a little too close, I think. Take it back a little bit. Maybe even make it a little higher. Yes, we do. We can just bring it, literally just bring it up. It doesn't even have to touch the ground. Something like that. So that's there and that's there. Cool. So there's stuff outside the space now. That should be enough. Save. Now, let us continue on with what we're doing here. And it might be time to mess with the building. Let's see. New collection. Structure. So yeah, it's a little bit of cleanup first. This, this. Move. New collection. Furniture. You can turn it off. Good. And just gonna put all these. New collection. Trees. We may add more. Okay. And that's in water. And that's the diving board, which we made it with one object, yes. It's not really furniture, but first off, let's call it diving board. And I guess move it to furniture for right now, to get things as simplified as possible. So then this can go to new collection, hedge. Oh, that was, what was that? That was the wall. Wall. Cool. This can go to wall. This hedge. Okay. That's just ground. These two. New collection. Yard as opposed to outside ground. Or I could just, yeah, could even just call it ground, but yeah, let's just call it ground. If I have to separate it later, I will, because then I can put this in there too. These, new collection, BG structures. Okay. Geoscatter off. So then this, new collection, patio, everything's going to be on its own space. Then we can find it. And that one's already in water, I think. Yep. Cool. And this should go to patio. It's part of the pool, right? Yeah. Patio and pool. Okay. So now we can control what we see a lot better. So here, we could go with the auto building for this thing, but I don't know. It seems like more fun to make it ourselves. Okay. Turn on wireframe on top. Yeah. Just to see what we're looking at. So I want our front door to be that center cube there, and that feels sufficient for a door, although this being big enough, maybe we make it 2. Although if it is 2, then I don't think it's even. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 1 is even. So we go all the way to 3 and have a massive entrance. It should be like 9 meters, right? Jesus. Or we could be off-centered. Maybe off-centered is okay. We could do the entrance be here and here. The rest be kind of other stuff. So then, so if we're dividing it up, thinking of it, maybe the room comes to like here, and this is another room over here. So we could even do dual entrances like that. That might be fun. Keep it a little separated. And okay, so we're going to do that. The entire second floor can be basically windows or nothing, and the third floor can be windows. We do like having a lot of windows. Let's go look at steampunk. Let's see what I have in the way of pre-built windows that I can kind of use, just because I'm a little lazy sometimes. What would be a fun window? For a second level, this feels like a fun window. Come out of edit mode. Let's see. Let's just see how it lines up to this in general. Okay. So if we do that, which I don't hate, let's see what happens if we get rid of this face here. Those things do stick out, which is fine. We can fix that. So that's as far out as it needs to go to see glass, or we push it in, one of the two. I kind of like sticking it out, though. I think that's going to be fun. So let's do that. Let's just edit. See, what's this look like on the side? That. Cool. That. All those, and then that, and that. E, Y. Just do this. How do we feel about that? I mean, I don't hate that. What we could do, so this thing. 1. C. No. 3. Control L. I get all that. Yeah, just that. Cool. 7. GY, and bring that forward to like just behind that. Okay. Then we can come back, and then we can move this whole thing back, right? Right like that. That feels pretty boss. Kind of into that. Okay. Not hating. So Shift S2, great. This boy. Object, set origin, 3D cursor. Object, set origin, geometry to origin. It's actually pretty much was there already. Okay. So then we can go gx minus 6, right? No, where'd it go? Oh, 6. And that should line that up. Just like that. Maybe I want it a little bit down. GZ. Cool. Alrighty. And then Q array. It should be 3. Just 3. Cool. And we could do the same thing, a second array. Another array just over here. Add a modifier. Array. Offset. Count 2. And it's going to be offset of Z3. Yes. Hey, Mew Mew. So let's see what that looks like. Turn off wireframe. Lots of windows. But kind of fun. Kind of into it. We'll change, we'll mess with the materials and stuff, but yes. I think we're not going to look this way a whole heck of a lot anyway, but I like those windows. Okay, nice. So then coming back to this object, we said we wanted this to be a door and this to be a double door here. Kind of a door do we want to make it? Just looking. I got enough glare on my screen. I got to move to look just a little bit. These are very poncy, which is okay. Let's go with this round one here. I want to see what this does. Oh, I got to come out of edit mode. Okay. Don't hate. Let's see. It's a little big. I mean, not that that's necessarily a bad thing. We could just raise up our other stuff, but I do like it as a door. I'm going to... How's the best way to get it into our structure? We could just... Yes. Yeah. L P section. Cool. I want to see how wide is this thing. Dimension X, K, 1.96. So we need to go at an additional 0.54 each side. GX 0.54. GX minus 0.54. Oh, it's too much. So too much. GX 0.02. Is that too much? Yeah, 0.02. Gx 0.02. Gx minus 0.02. 3 meters. Cool. Go back. It's gonna go to, we wanted it under that one, right? I think that's where we wanted it. Okay. I might even just adjust. We can cheat this way. GZ and the windows too. GZ up to there. Cool. Nice. You know what? We could just do that. Let's see though. Coplanar. I don't really care if it, well, maybe I do. I don't think I do. X face. I have to line it a little bit better, but basically, yeah. I might put a little bit of a frame around it too. And I don't think it's going to line up perfectly. What I was wondering about is whether I wanted to just call it stretch the whole thing, but then I have to deal with the other one as well, which honestly, I don't really mind that size of door. We could do, let's see, just that, right? Yeah. Q array. That could be kind of cool. Offset of 9. Exactly even. Let's just do that. Change up how we were going to do the door, but I think that that's fine. There's no real reason we couldn't. Apply all. So all the way, come back in, and now 2 here and here, not there. Edge, bridge, edge loops. Cool. Edge, bridge, edge loops. And then here, E, x minus 3. And then here, come on, EX3. Great. Let me just come back to this. This is just cheesy, but it works, so whatever. X faces. Could be. You don't always get those on these backyards, but it would be kind of neat. I haven't decided not to do that. We'll put it that way. Do I like the brick? I don't know if I like the brick or not. I want to actually try. Let's see. Turn off wireframe so I can actually see what I'm editing. Good. Select U, cube project. Make them smaller. It's all about that. That's not bad. We don't have any windows on the ground floor, but that might not even also be bad. Depends on stylistically how we want to approach it. We could put windows in, but we don't have to. We can also just do it kind of on our own too. Oh, it's definitely for a leisurely swim, for sure. Yeah, let's do this window. I like this window. Undo. There we go. Okay, we want it roughly there. That's too big. If we take it Z to 3, just do this whole thing here like that. 5, 3, sure. I mean, honestly, that just kind of works. It kind of feels like a little bit dungeony, but we could fix that by adjusting the light on the inside. I don't know. Oh, it's backwards too. Sorry. That's better. Now we could choose if we wanted to put something behind it. I don't hate that though. Let's just come through and delete that and come close to it. And again, okay. Do we want it to go in or stick out like that? So if it goes in, let's undo. Okay, it's supposed to be inset into the wall. Okay, so let's inset it into the wall. Well, if we do, then, well, okay, yep. Just thinking how I want to handle it. Okay, great. Now, I want this wall is what? 3.78 tall. So we want this one to be 3.78 tall. Let's just select. Let's just kind of aim and then modify. GZ E. No, just I see. Come on. Great. Okay. Gotcha. E Z. Okay. Cool. Fill back that in. Okay. So this whole thing now is 3.71. I'm just gonna, because I don't care how exactly, it's gonna get 3.78. There, we made it taller. Okay. Hey, Blaze Tech. Elegant sewer grate, yeah, for sure. Then let's see, GY back to there. This is where using I can speak. Magnet might work better, but I just never get to work right. I think this will be fine. GZ down. That's going to be so close for us. We'll be fine. Okay, I think we want 2. So let's mirror it. That'd be the easiest way, right? No. Q. array. No, not both. Just this sucker. Q array. There. I know the scale is going to be like 6, right? Let's see. Constant offset minus 13.2. So minus 12. No, minus 15. Yeah, minus 15 gets us right to the center of that. Cool. Apply all. So we take that and this. Come back in again. Now, here, tab 3. Just going to delete these faces again. Okay. Then I don't think it really matters this time because I don't care. There we go. Does it look lined up right? I guess it is. Okay, well, fine. Join. I can't. That's entirely on you. There's no way for me to do that, man. If you think about it, you know that. The only person who can teach you Blender is you. And I could show you stuff, and I do that, but ultimately, that's on you. I've seen people who picked it up in 3 months. I've seen people who took 7 years and couldn't get it with the same teachers. Like, I don't know how smart you are. I don't know how 3D oriented you are. I don't know. You're going to have to figure this one out on your own. There's so many good tutorials out there that you don't need someone to show you the techniques to do. There's no secret. It's just use it. Cool. I'm just going to separate that section. Actually, undo that. No, that's the whole thing. Cool. I got it all. That's handy. Nice. Separate section. I mean, I use Blender totally different from the way other people use it, so I don't even know what you want to do with it. There we go. Looking good. If you tried to animate, if you want to be an animator, I would not be the person to talk to. If you wanted to do physics sims, I'm really not the person to talk to. I mean, I do some, but cube project. Yeah, I have to change the scale a little bit. It's really going to be up to you. That's kind of cool too, right? I mean, yes, that's looking nice. There are no shortcuts to learn, and if it was that easy for me to just do it, then everyone would do it, and it wouldn't be worth anything. Like you couldn't make, because presumably you want to do it to make money. That seems to be why most people want to do it. And if it was that easy, it would be worthless. It'd be like fucking AI. And if you're wanting to do it for fun, well, then, dude, learning is half the fun of these things. That's not, again. Let's take that. On normals 1. Cool. I don't remember what it's called. Let's see if we can find a plus assign bricks. I may have to join these all back together again, just so I can, line it up. And this join. Yeah. Cube projection. There we go. keep redoing this and rescaling it, but yeah, it's fine. There we go. Nice. Okay. Then I think, what is that? I'm just gonna get rid of that. That doesn't need to be there. And that's also just a leftover from we were screwing around. Probably metal and the same too. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but like learning's the part. That's what makes it cool. No, I don't have that other stucco, do I? Oh, it's not stucco. It's what's the wall? Sorry, wall. Fast plaster. That's what it's called. Yes. Oh, pretty cool. And I think it gives us, now we have those, I kind of extended it out a little further, which is fine. Just make sure it's fine, but I think it is. Turn all the other stuff back on. Now we kind of got a structure there. Yeah. Do I like it brick? Maybe not. Let's come back in here. I was trying brick, but let's see if we make it wood. Yeah, I think wood's better. Take it out just a bit. Plus, I'll assign all that to wood. Again, I may adjust it, but I think that should be wood too then, just in case we see these side shots. We may have to extend it further as well. I wasn't really planning on looking back this way too much more than that. So like, it's okay if it doesn't go too much further. Well, I mean, hotel courtyards were kind of based off of Victorian manor houses, so that makes a certain amount of sense. I want to try. Hey, Michael, I didn't even see you're here. Cool. GY2. No, 1. Okay, then we can just take this whole thing. I think I want to merge the windows too. Apply all. Join them to that. Good. Yep. Undo. No, is that? Are they? Am I missing something? GY. Yeah, okay, we were a little too far in. There. Now they can be joined. Great. Now, Alt-D, RZ90. Bring it back to here. Again, we don't super care. We just want to get something so that we don't need to see the doors because we're not going to look down below. I'm just, as I look, I'm like, I want to make sure I can see a little further. Yeah, so now if we happen to look, we see more like that, and it just looks like we've got a thing on either side. I can push that. I don't need to push it back a little bit. It should be fine. Cool. Can we mirror this on this? Yes. Save. Like a ninja. exactly. Taking a look. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. And again, we don't really think we're going to look this way much. We're certainly not going to look to the roof because we're not detailing any of that up. We're not here to look up at this house. This house just exists so we can get like that shot, maybe. So yeah. Very Euro. I'm liking it. I think we do need a bit more high-tech stuff. Maybe along the house. We need some lights too. Excuse me. Let's see. But again, these people like it to look rustic. That's the point. So we'll make it look rustic for them. Let's see. Come in. Okay. And a bit more. Cool. And I got up to like that. Now I'm going to try doing it this way. We have 3 doors, right? Yes. 3 doors, 1 for each of you. Here. And no. This whole thing is 1. Fine. Tab. This thing. Object, set origin to 3D cursor. Great. This. Now. Alt X. Mirror it. Both sides of the doors. Great. Apply all. Now. Q, add modifier array. And it should be -9. That should give us even across everything, right? Let's see. Oh, I can't really tell anymore, but yeah, that looks pretty much right. Cool. Okay, and I don't think I'm gonna apply it yet, just because I might want to actually edit it. Let's see. Materials. Do we want our metal to be brass? Yeah, we do. We might even want it to be brass here. Yeah, this one also. Kind of consistency. All of our metal is now the same metal that we've been using. I'm good with that. Okay. It's a day shot, so we don't really need lights coming out of those things. We could do it, but I am going to be a little bit picky, I think, here. Tab. Silhouette. Come here. I want this face. And this face, right? Yeah, those are the same. Q. Face. Poke faces. 1 minus Q. Not dice. Ugh, no. Circle. Radius. Segments, I want 6. 60, yeah, that'll do 6. Cool. Control X, great. E, out. Just wanted a bolt. Yeah. I don't know why, but I wanted a bolt. So we got a bolt. I also just want to make a modification to the mesh. It's like, I'm not just using it, see? I'm doing other stuff. That's fun. Yeah, that is fun. I'm into that. Let's do our material in this thing now. I want to see real time, maybe. Exterior. I want a rough stucco. Dented stucco. Something with a lot of bumps to it. Deep stucco. Add material. I'm gonna change it so it feels more like a diving board, I hope. Color is gonna be brighter. Yeah, and brighter. And yeah, there we go. It's a nice looking dent scale. I'm into that. Exactly, Michael. Exactly. And we're gonna make that brass as well. Okay. And if we're gonna do that, then we need to come here. And a couple different ways we could do it, but we're just gonna go this way. There we go. Q, circle. Slightly bigger, but you know, hey, whatever. And make them also brass. There we go. Nice. Our diving board. Cool. Now, this patio still feels really empty to me. And that doesn't mean I know what I want to do with it yet. I'm just noting. I'm like, it needs more. It needs something. I don't know what it needs, but it needs something. Our lawn feels pretty empty too. Let's turn back on the hedge. Just turn everything back on so we can see where we're at. That ground is a weird texture. No, let's look it through. I was like, what? Okay, no, that's that. Okay. This doesn't really matter, but I'm going to go with grass. Dirt nail grass, yeah. Just so it bounces up correctly. Not that anyone will notice but me, again. Okay. And we wanted to mess with these umbrellas too. Turquoise terrazzo. White matte, select. No. I'll just select that. Plus assign. Turquoise terrazzo. Just see how weird that looks. Not awful, actually. It's kind of fun. I can leave it with that for right now. I think we might want a flower bed along this back wall. And that's pretty trivial to do, so let's do it. Let's see, can we use the material here? Yeah, not really. Or we could use the edge. Do we care? I don't even think we care. We're not going to bother. Okay. Mesh. Cube. Let's do cube. Sure. And tab TZ1. Great. Now bring it forward to just inside. Down. Back to like that. And I kind of want it. I don't know. Let's see how it looks here. I want it to, like that far up at GY, that in a little bit like that. Yes. Now 3 GX. Let's just move it pretty much right to here. If it doesn't have to be mirrored perfectly. Michael knows whenever I say that, that's for me, not for other people. It's like, I don't have to be that precise because I always want to be. Okay. Now, bevel that, but instead of it being a super ellipse, let's go to custom and go with molding. Can I profile shape? I want to go the other direction. There we go. Yes. No? No. I want to go the other way. Maybe I don't need it to, but let's do this one too. See how we feel with that. That one's better. We can do that. Okay, and then this one. Crown molding. Yeah, okay. Cool. 3 inset slightly and down. Great. Great. And then I'm just going to actually separate that out. Well, I think I'm going to duplicate it this time. And separate by selection. And make it dirt. And nah, we don't need to duplicate it. Why am I duplicating it? X face. Courage. Okay, cool. And then this object, that's this one. This one should have been dirt. This one, fast plaster again. Yeah. That sounds right. Okay, so then this object, gonna geoscatter, select it as an emitter, biome scatter, open our biomes. And polygonic. Let's try to so you guys can see, because I don't do that super often. Flower biome. We've got kind of these sort of trees, so let's do the same one. I'm not sure what else it's throwing in there. Cool. And go away. And we don't need trees for sure. We don't need shrubs for sure. It's just where are my flowers in this supposed undo? Were they the shrubs? They were the shrubs. Okay, so we do need the shrubs. We don't need the grass. We don't need the weeds. On the wrong object? No. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Okay. And why are they growing out of that? They're not growing out of the cube, are they? Cube 3, they are. What's this one? Cube 6. That's what I wanted them on. Okay. Flower, dirt. Okay, we're going to copy selected scatter, delete it. And then we're going to select flower, dirt, and then paste scatter for buffer. Okay, yeah. Now we can tweak it. Distribution, make sure there's no pattern. There is, get rid of the pattern. Gone. Distribution, instance per meters, 10, maybe even more, 25. 25 feels good. Let's see. Cool, flowers. Yeah, that's very nice. That's exactly what we wanted. Perfect. We could do the same on the grass section, but let's leave that as an opportunity to do something different. But I like that there. That's feeling nice. It kind of helps give us that, again, yet another layer of stuff. Now, here, me was talking about putting in a baseboard level. I don't know. Let's look and see. It's going to kind of be a pain to do, isn't it? Let's see. Maybe not. Okay. And Q curve extract. Doesn't have to be round. I'm just putting something there for right now so I can see it and grab it. Although I don't necessarily hate that it's round. That's geometry. Fill caps. Depth of 0. I want to extrude up. Not too much. Say that much. That'd be fine. And Q, convert to mesh. Add a modifier, solidify. Great. Oh, our bush is going into our ground. We might have to adjust that too. Cool. Apply all. And material is going to be wood for right now. There we go. Yeah, sure. Sure. And this object. Yeah. Let's just edit that again. Turn off all 3 of these. Tab. Solo. Does that not have an edge? Oh, it doesn't have an edge. Okay. Bring it back to there. Cool. And same on the other side. Oh. There we go. Now we won't have topiary running through our wood. Cool. Save. Now I'm going to make myself a liar here. I'm going to build a edge because I got time, and I want to make sure that we get what we need from this. Okay. E up slightly. Not undo that. That's enough. It's fine. And then 2. GZ. Cool. And then E out ever so slightly into an Eve. Great. And bevel. Why not? Pretty. Okay, that's going to be wood. Cube project it. And this, I guess the roof could also be wood. We're never going to look above that. That I know. But yeah, now, okay. Yeah, so now we can see if we look up slightly, the roof doesn't just look like it disappears. That's better. I'm into that. Now, we could do something fun. Fun, gasp. Debating if I wanted to put puddles on the patio or not. We could do it the same way we did for the homestead a couple weeks ago. I don't know if we need to, but we could. I'm trying to think how we want to use our 20 minutes left most effectively. I do feel like we need something out here in this area there. More flowers. I feel like it should be different from what's on the patio. But I do feel like there needs to be something out there. We got our trees there already. I don't think we need more trees. We could. Let's see. Yes, I was thinking little drink tables as well. That is another thing I was kind of thinking too. I agree. Yeah, I have zero interest in making video games. I actually started in Unreal and moved to Blender. So yeah, I've thought about it, but it doesn't really appeal to me, which is fine, like whatever. I like making concept art. I don't really care if people move around in it or not. Um, let's see. If I just put like that there, I'm curious. Give it like big enough that it feels intentional. Let's see. Yeah, let's just leave a boulder there. That's kind of fun. And we could, yeah, let's do this. Okay. This is in where? New collection. Rocks. I think. I don't think we'll need to do more than that. Let's see. Geoscatter, yes. Get rid of that. We want the other one, circle 5, which is ground. I'm just going to call this grassy ground just so I know what it is when I want it later. Great. And we're going to make another biome. And we're going to go with, I think, these flowers. Okay. And get rid of it. We don't want it all over, although it's kind of pretty. But I'm going to actually keep them all. But I want to do proximity, repel from rocks. And I'm going to actually turn the other ones off so we can just see what we're doing one at a time too. Cool. And we're going to reverse that. No, not pattern, sorry. This one, reverse this one. There we go. And maximum distance of like 0.2, transition of like 0.2. And I think I am going to get rid of the pattern. Yes. Maybe 0 transition. I don't want it touching the rock either. So let's see if we can do that. Here, upward obstruction of rock. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So then flowers 1, let's do the same thing to that. We'll leave the pattern for right now, but repel from the rocks. Reverse it. And we'll make it 0.25. Transition of, I like a little transition. 1. Okay. And then I kind of like having those more grass too, like the mowing isn't quite as accurate near the rock. So that's not a bad thing either. Let's turn that on. Even if you can't really tell too much. But again, rocks, flip it, 0.1 and 0.2. Let's see, I'm gonna turn off the main grass now. I don't see any of that grass. Are there other things that turn off the pattern? There we go. Yeah, that's better. Cool. And then I got the same thing with the last grass. Might as well. It can have a pattern, I think, for right now, but let's see. Rocks. I love doing stuff like this. Just really precise little things that no one but me probably ever notices. I like it a little more. Okay. Cool. Yes. And then we turn back on our main grass. And you barely notice. But let's take a look. There's just the tiniest bit more right around that rock, and I love it. That really kind of works for me. I think I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And all we should need to do is just drop another rock in there. I'm going to turn off geoscatter while we do it, just so it doesn't try to calculate everything all the time. But let's bring this rock in here. Scale it up. Bring it down. Rotate it so it's kind of not. There we go. Rotation scale. And if I turn back on geoscatter, it should just have worked now, right? Right. But no. Oh, is this rock in rocks? Rocks. Now it is. Helps put it there. Cool. So the procedural rewilding definitely worked. If we wanted to, we could be even funkier. And this, well, let's do it. Sure, let's not. So grass, we can put a second rappel to the patio and reverse it. And again, I'm going to turn off the other grass so I can see what the heck I'm doing. Okay. That did not seem to work yet. Let's see. There's our first rocks. Second is the patio. Okay, so that worked for the patio. Oh, I see. They need to be in the same subsection because it's one, the first one's cutting out the second one. I want them additive. But I don't want it to go, okay. All right, yes, I know how to do it. Let's take rocks. And move it into patio and pool. So now the grass, or sorry, the flowers need to go off of rocks. But now if we move the grass to its repelling from patio, it does both because they're inside. Yeah. There we go. So now we can turn our other one back on. We just get a little bit of like the mowing hasn't been super accurate. And maybe we'll cut it down a little bit now since we got it bigger. We'll make it even smaller. Transition of 0.05 and 0.1. And same with the second one. There we go. Cool. So again, if we look, It's real subtle, but I love doing stuff like that. Just got a little weird edge. Still even too much. Let's cut it, cut down our density in half. And again, because we don't need much of it. We just want a hint. Yeah. Cool. Love it. Now we're going to do drink tables. Little fancy drink tables or something. We could just take that table. I don't know how simple we want to make them. Let's see. Shift-D. Get rid of that. Just going to take actually this. Get rid of the table. There we go. Vertices gone. Okay. Get rid of that. Gone. Now, Shift-Z. It's not bad. Just scale it, the whole thing down just a bit more. There we go. And world's cheesiest drink table. Like I can't say I spent a lot of effort on it, but let's see. But it works. It fits what we need. Do we want the center thing to be a different thing? I think we want it all to be marble white. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Let's put one on the other sides too. Come on. Alt-D. There we go. There. And that's right. Ties the space together. Okay. So I think it's time to take a look and see if there's anything that's just like standing out at us that we want. I like our tech. I like our rocks. It's the Japanese garden in me. I love putting a big boulder in a garden somewhere. I think it's just fun. I like our lights. Kevin needs to go. Bye, Kevin. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. And we can do the same kind of cheesy thing we've done before, but it really works. So let's just grab our manor house again. If you want something to feel sci-fi, all you do is throw a flying air car in the background. And you're like, oh, yep, sci-fi. And since we have an air car and we can make it fly, seems doable. And we've established that it is this house's air car and they take it around everywhere. Yeah. I don't even feel bad about it. I rarely feel bad about such things. Where's my air car? There's my air car. Even selected already. Up to here. And paste. new collection, vehicle. Where is it? There it is. So we take it. And we bring it up. Just so we can kind of see it from at least a couple shots. Yep. We might move it around a little bit. So we haven't really set a camera angle yet, but that feels like it works. Let's set our first camera and then we'll pretty much be done, I think. This one actually came together pretty fast. It's a pretty simple idea for a scene, really. Let's set it up near. Yeah, like that. Photographer. Okay. Camera. Just go to one of my standard camera settings. I like a 35 anamorphic lens. Seems to work pretty well for what I do. And I'm obsessed with widescreen. Okay. You can go with a couple, just show it that way. And now let's move our car. Kind of more like that. Okay. And we're not going to make it the focus of things. I think we're going to make the focus be on maybe this table right here. Let's like write that awning. Take a look. Make sure I do it in the window. Yes. Okay, not perfect, but pretty close. We want more. A little bit more ground. So we can see our pool a little bit better. That feels pretty good to me as a shot. We could put a person in here. I mean, it would be very simple because they're probably be pretty close to naked. Maybe let's do that real quick. I don't have a sunglasses character, but whatever. Here, let's just see. We're just gonna make a random human. We're gonna go male because the underwear looks more realistic than the female underwear. That's literally my only reason, though. I like Agent 6. Let's do him. Oh, right. Go away. I already have Kevin, and I turned it off. Fine. Which always causes it to be weird. Human gen. Delete hierarchy. I don't think that gives us Kevin. Yeah, okay, good. We're still there. Cool. Let's do it again. Just make it from scratch again. Put him here. Generate. Cool. Body. Completely random. Don't care. Not even going to pay attention. Age. 30 sounds fine. Face. Completely random. Cool. Height. 5'10" seems great. Texture. Randomize the skin. Subsurface is on. Underwear is on. Good. If you're getting the sense that I don't really care, you are kind of correct. I don't know. What kind of hair do we want to give him? He's dry, so we don't need to worry too much about it. I'm going to give him curls and a high top fade. We're going to set our hair to accurate. Where am I? No. Oh, there it is. I'm like, why am I blind? Okay, accurate. No beards. None of that stuff, so fine. Outfit. I don't think we're giving him anything. Although we could. I don't know. Do I have a shorts that I just want to like take everything else off of? Yeah, let's do that. Beach day. Cool. No footwear. Library of poses. He's lying, but I don't know what I've got for lying down. Oh, there we go. Pool chair. There you are, dude. I'm just going to get rid of your shirt too, I think. Delete clothing item. Yes. Your pants are not working perfectly, but all right, we can fix that if we need to, but let's just bring you down. Line you up with my bullshit. Chair, come on. Good. Local. You could even be sitting up a little bit, I suppose, but pose mode. I think that will be, no, don't do that. Good enough for us. And we can just fix his underwear real quick. Sculpt. And just gonna pull it. Cool. And it's just got this base color. I'm gonna give him kind of more green shorts. And I think we'll call it probably. Let's see. I want him in the other one. Hank. There we go. Yep. Hide bones. Turn them on. Now we gotta fix his legs, but I think that's fine. We're good. I gotta start my tea too. It's time. It's my job in the morning to make tea. Anyway, yeah, we gotta make him fit a little better into it, but that's fine. Not a problem. I like him. He'll work. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. I appreciate it. I think this one came together pretty nicely. I am happy with it. And we will start something else tomorrow. In the meantime, I will post these up, and I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Take care, folks. Hopefully see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.